Okay, I do believe the stream has started. Okay, to everyone who watched the other two streams or maybe just the last stream, welcome back. If you're new to the stream, well, thank you for watching tonight. I hope everything's going good. You're doing all right. Let's see, what am I going to do tonight? Sometimes I have a rough idea of what I'd like to try. Sometimes I just wing it. Um, There's probably 2 drawings I'll be able to get through in the course of an hour, and I usually go over just a little bit, but it's going to be around an hour. Let's see. And this time I'm going to be using references. Um, I can draw pretty well in a cartoony manner, just off the top of my head. But if I want to get some details, fairly accurate details, then I'm going to have to use some references. And right now I'm just doing some warm-up sketching. Um, just a couple of, well, maybe just 1 or 2 anatomy type drawings. Nothing in particular, just practicing on some angles. Just maybe full body, maybe just the upper torso, and just I um, I have a difficult time drawing people. Drawing people and painting. Hyperrealism has always been one of my weaknesses. I have a hard time with both of those. So whenever I get a chance to practice on either one, I like to take it. It's not very dynamic, but some long hair. Like, yeah, there we go. Maybe make it long cloth, kind of a skinny George of the Jungle, isn't it? Get rid of that. If I'm doing like a pose or something, I start with like a stick figure structure, and then kind of work my way into the details of the body. Start with the outside. Well, start with the rough version of like a stickman skeletal structure. And we're not going to put too many details on it. Just again, just something to warm up with. Just, give him a shorter hair here. And make it a robe-like sleeves. Kind of has a medieval feel to it, doesn't it? Especially with the hair there. Okay, delete. Okay. And I know I have not drawn these superhero characters in a while. So, let's start with I have not drawn Black Panther in a while. He's fun to draw. And this isn't him right now. I'm just still in the warm up stage, but trying to draw, well, a rough version of like Superman or something. Maybe it's Superman. I just started, in this case, I just started putting pen to tablet and just whatever comes out, comes out. And so I guess I'm kind of subconsciously channeling a rough Superman. And the trickiest thing, for me anyway, about drawing superhero characters, especially after they've been brought to life on the big screen, is not subconsciously drawing um, the character of the actor that portrayed that superhero. Like it's really, really difficult not to draw Superman without subconsciously drawing Christopher Reeve because his performance is so iconic. It's just Christopher Reeve as Superman, and it's really hard for me to draw um, Black Panther without drawing Chadwick Boseman. I mean, Chadwick Boseman is to Black Panther what Christopher Reeve is to Superman. The actors will be forever um, linked to those iconic performances. This is a really, really bad Superman. But to me, I have to have like the curl in the hair. That's Superman to me. That will always be Superman. It's just his signature there. He just looks weird without it to me. Okay. Now I'm going to attempt to draw the S. At least draw. I think that's the. So, it's really, yeah, but just getting the idea. Yes. That's enough of that. Let's see. Yeah, this is where I'm going to have to get a reference. Let's see, file, open. Let's go to references, references. There we go. Black Panther. Copy. Okay, wait. Okay, no, I didn't want to open that. I wanted to import that. Okay, no, it's not that one I was looking for. Let's see, where is this? I want to import this. I can't even remember. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and open it. Cause I don't think I'll get real detail with it, especially the markings around the face there. I think I'll just go back and forth because I've done it before. Cause usually, because usually I'll have like him as or whatever reference I'm using is like a thumbnail in the corner here, and I'll have to like enlarge it every now and then. It just gets annoying. It is still kind of worrisome to go back and forth like this, but I mean, you got the full body here, so it's a lot easier for me to just look at it and just uh, use the full body illustration there. instead of a thumbnail. And I'm not going to get too fancy with it. Just try to make sure it's dynamic enough. I haven't, yeah, okay, yeah. Let's start a little bit lower because I want them leaping off the side of a building. Kind of a Dutch angle there. Let's see. Let's see roughly how many hits high. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 or 7 hits high, give or take. Okay. Start just roughing out here. Okay. Yeah, definitely play with the proportions some more. Just rough it out here. Let's see. Yeah, splint his head down a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Should have more music this time. I had music last time. Kind of tricky for me to get music that's not too distracting. Fine music, that is. It's not too distracting. I might put that building, yeah, put the ledge a little further down. Yeah, when I'm just roughing things out, yeah, it's pretty wild looking. This up a little bit. Build. It's very angular head, which makes sense because he's a tough character. So okay, I'll take a few artistic liberties myself. Unfortunately, I won't have to worry about um, drawing the character looking like Chadwick Boseman because I wanted to have him in full costume. Okay, 4. Draw a lot of characters with just 4 fingers, so to remind myself when I'm drawing more, you know, somewhat more anatomically correct human, uh, to add those extra fingers. This is, you know, this is like a right vector. Sometimes I forget which is better, raster, vector, layer. And we'll call it pen. I'm not really using a pen. I'm um, using like colored pencil. But we'll just call that layer pen anyway. Pardon me. That'll work. 40. Okay. And just know how detailed that like this. There. I have done that before. Have gotten halfway through a drawing and suddenly realized that I drew on the wrong layer. Right here is accurate. It's pretty close. Okay. Gonna make it more feline looking. What's so remarkable about a lot of these superhero uh, uniforms is how they have the full potential of looking absolutely absurd. And it's like you've seen some of the older adaptations of superhero uh, characters, like maybe like some of the old Spider-Man series, like the one from the '70s, I think, came on television. And I can't think of some of the other ones, but they just look absolutely absurd and cartoonish. And I mean, yeah, of course, there's the campy Batman series from the '60s, but a lot of people like that series anyway. So, but yeah, because the concept in and of itself can, I mean, if you think about it, it's really, I mean, this is a grown man dressed up, very much like a feline, and it could be really, really, really silly, but it manages to come off cool. I have to include that necklace there. That's just him. It's just the character. Yeah. Um, and instead, he's really cool. And Same thing with all the other superhero characters. Is that shaped? It's kind of a diamond shape though. Let's reinforce some of these. Yeah, it does. Okay, yeah, it does go kind of behind his head. The other marking there. I don't think I'll put more details, so I don't want to overdo it. I still want it to look somewhat stylized. Of course, he's going to have a six-pack there. Zoom out just a little bit. And go back a little bit. Start to draw that just a little too close to that upper arm there. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, okay, yeah. Let me put it there. Turn the stabilization down. Because it seems to be, it feels like it's slowing me down a little bit. Okay, here. Get rid of that. Muscle there. I once saw a really exaggerated caricature of Black Panther. And it looked pretty good, but it was just a little too toony for my taste. And that's kind of my curse, is that my characters were all looked a little bit cartoony. I cannot do hyperrealism to save my life, but you know, it works for me. I mean, I've come to kind of accept it, I guess. It's kind of, let's see, I'm gonna start this right around there. Yeah, that's about right. Yes, almost like he's got these tabby shoes on. It's kind of rough, but it'll work. It'll work. Yeah, if I were actually taking my time on this and not on the stream, I would definitely include much more detail. And I'd definitely do one more pass. I'd probably do it in ink or maybe something a little thicker than what I'm using now. The color pencil. This would not be the last version. Not be the final version of this. Yeah, let's put this in perspective just a little bit. I want it to be just on the edge. There. Yeah, definitely I would erase a lot of this. Work my way inside there. Put one more layer on. Okay, let me put it. Yeah, put the layers right about here. Oh, okay. Let me turn that stabilization back up. Free-handing straight lines and circles. It's always been a challenge for me. Put the one that is the tops of the window there. Layer. And now we just shading. Shade. And just slip that underneath the pen layer there. Some rough shading. And since I'm imagining this is at night and the moon is right about here over the shoulder, just use a kind of a flat silhouette for it, for the shading. Okay, take that stabilization back down again. Just rough it out. And make it a little bit lighter there. it's gonna be completely backlit by the moonlight. Make it a little smaller. Major advantage is it's going up the arm there. I'm gonna have to go under there because I used a pen to erase all that. To go on top of that, rather, let's make this completely dark. Since it's the other side of his foot there. Go back to the shading layer, because I didn't use that for this foot, so it's completely black there. Shade. Yeah, let's see. Work my way into the middle there. Let's see. Yeah, I might go back over the edges. The white there, just so I can just more sharply define the silhouette there. Nope, missed that one. Besides the ear there. There we go. There we go. And back to the white. Just, yeah, let it spill down the side of his cheek just a little bit there. Yeah, if I was taking some more time, I'd definitely put some more details in. I'd work on the angle of his feet a little bit more. This has looked a little too square to me. And just a personal gripe, I guess. Ledge there. Everything below that's in the shadows. Get darker. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna leave the inside here a little bit lighter, like there are lights on, I guess. So Instead of color pencil, I'm going to do an oil paint wash there for the night sky. Let's see, well, there we go. Turn it down a little bit. Yes, this looks, yeah, okay, now. Get that lighter, I guess. Do I want to leave that? Well, let's just see what it looks like with the color pencil. It might not look as bad as I'm thinking it's going to look. No. No, because I'm going to have to smooth all that stuff out. And I'd rather do it with, okay. Okay. And I'd rather do it with oil paints. Yeah, it kind of gets bogged down when I'm painting a wide area, and I've got a fairly large um, canvas here. Yeah, I don't like that. No. I might just leave it like this because it's going to slow the computer down every time I do it. I like to get to another drawing. So let's get rid of this, the reference. No, I don't say that. And I'm definitely doing this over. Yeah, I might use this as like the rough sketch for a more detailed drawing sometime later. So I think I'll save this one. Save as Clip Studio, yeah, Clip Studio format. Because I still want to mess with the layers there. Black Panthers get, oops. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's taking a little time. Wow, how big is my canvas? I remember the last thing I was drawing, I made a larger canvas, and I guess I never reduced it. Get rid of that. Just open, just, no, no, no. Yeah, I'll go ahead. I guess I'll go ahead and open the reference now. Open references. So, I think that's what There we go. Medieval soldier. Really small picture, almost like a thumbnail. But there's this online, there's this webcomic called Beyond the Western Deep. And if you're not familiar with it, if you remember the Redwall books, you've got animal characters, it's, it's kind of like it's been a while, like I think a medieval setting or something like that, almost. Um, and yeah, the characters, they're fun to draw. Um, and right now, I like to draw a character that's inspired by that comic. It's a good, like I said, it's a really good web comic, Beyond the Western Deep. And the artists on it, I've seen their artwork for many years. There's, let's see, what's it called? There's like a fan art website I remember going to back in the day. There's a Lion King fan art website, and I think that's the first time I saw that the artist's work. So I had seen their work for years, and so I saw that they were the artists on this comic, and I like Alex Kane's work, so you know I thought, yeah, I had to check this out. So this is a character that's inspired by the comic. I'm going to draw a badger, like a badger that had just been in battle or is resting between battles, and he's just kind of sitting, sitting down on a log or a stump or something, just kind of resting. And I'm using this as a reference for his clothing. I may not use everything here, you know, since there's this line where when I draw like an animal character, how much clothing do you want? Do you want the characters completely clothed, just covering the certain parts of their body, or I'm not going to have them completely nude. It's not that kind of stream. um, but you know, how much do I want covered, and how much do I want you know just to remind the audience or the viewer that they're still animals. What aspect, what part of them, the animal aspect that will continue to show through. Because I don't know if I want them completely clothed, especially like this, scenario like this. I may use this part, and maybe I may not use this part. It may be just something around his waist and the upper body, maybe. Well, let's see. Let me start here. See what species I want. Badgers are cool, and I have not drawn a badger ever. So, and I'm doing this from memory. I don't have a reference for a badger, so be kind. Let's see. He's going to be kind of sitting, leaning over. As I said, he's resting between battles, or he just came from a battle, and he's, of course, tired. So I'll give him a bow. Yeah. He's just kind of sitting squat over. I'm going to make him kind of short and squat, kind of stumpy. I don't know if I'll do the shading thing like I did Black Panther, but drawing on this may go a little bit faster because I can draw animals a lot better than I can draw people. gonna angle his head a little bit, like someone just off to the right here is like speaking. He's got kind of a scowl on his face because, well, the person is speaking, but he's not really enjoying what they're saying. Maybe it's some young kid, uh, I don't know, weasel or something, and he's a fresh-faced kid that's never been in real war, and this is like his first battle. He's all naive and excited and bragging about what he did or something like that, and starting to get on the old guy's nerves. He's the old veteran, and of course, there's nothing fun about war. To the guys, to the people that have fought. So he's just on the verge of telling this young whippersnapper what's what. Go back to the three fingers. And I've seen the four, five fingers on animal characters, but personally, it's just, again, personal taste. I just like to do the three finger thing. Yeah, I think I'll put the upper body thing. Upper body. It's not a scarf, a shawl. A shawl. I'm not sure what it's called. Anyway, and just the torso there, just on the waist there. And I'm not gonna draw those other things. Just yeah, on the waist. A couple of wrinkles here. And the strap to his quiver. Just bits of the quiver peeking over his shoulder there. And of course the arrows in it. And three toes, like three fingers, three toes. And make it a log. Zoom in a little bit. Now we're gonna start putting the details in the vector there. Yeah. Again, we're gonna name this pen. Well, no, this time I'll name it pencil, as it's more accurate. Again, I'm gonna use the see where color pencil. Zoom in a little bit there. And turn the opacity down just a little bit so I can still see the lines, but it's not, because if it's too, yeah, if the opacity's all the way up, it's really kind of tricky for me to discern those two lines, the rough sketch lines from there we go, from the top lines. Turn the opacity up, way up, all the way to 100. See, I forgot what a badger's nose looks like. It's gonna be heavily styled. So I think it away from the cliche of giving all my older animal characters bushy eyebrows. Maybe some of them don't have bushy eyebrows, you know. Again, he's kind of looking up. That's right. Facial marking. It goes right through the middle of the badger's head. Just a little bit of scruff. Hair on top there. Coming out here. Scruffy beard there. Because again, he's a warrior guy, so he's gonna have some scruff on it. It's not gonna be that smooth there. So muzzle there. Just go on up here. And have that come out to a bit of a point there. Shape that down into that same, or yeah, same point. It's a little bit lower, but and put that point a little bit lower there. And we'll go with that. Put a bit of bag under the eyes there. Inside the ear. Come over here at this paw. Big claw tip there. On that thumb. Yeah, definitely an arm brace. Since he's an archer. Really highly stylized buckles there. Firm fist there. Again, I can't remember what this is called. I know it's not a tunic. I don't think it's called a tunic. It might be a tunic. Anyway, yeah, just sure have the wrinkles right. I sometimes add too many wrinkles, or it's amazing that something as simple as wrinkles can give a 2D drawing a certain feel to it. Like, I have a habit of putting way too many wrinkles to the point that the materials all look like silk. And no, it's, yeah, every every bit of material has distinct wrinkles to it. There's an artist, I think, I can't remember their names, but they design their own wrinkles, which is, an amazing level of dedication to the craft. Those big arms, again, warrior. Mm, there's meant to be spots, but they do look like sweat, but I'll keep it. Okay. Do I want to give him like a barrel chest? Do I want to actually draw a muscle structure underneath it or just fur? It's always a bit of a conundrum for me drawing animal characters, especially like this. Just put, hint of some muscle here. Okay, round waist here this time. Put some fringing around the edges there. So it looks a little bit more worn. Okay, around the toes. Okay, let's see. And he's starting to shape up very nicely. So I'm speeding through this. Okay, let me go here and finish the bow. And I'm not sure if you can hear that music outside. Well, sorry about that. I think that's somebody's somebody's music from their car. Turn that stabilization down so I can draw these little sprigs of grass here by its feet on the side of the log he's sitting on. Yeah, he's definitely not in a good mood. Let's see. And the quiver stabilization. Yeah, the top of the quiver, arrows. Okay. It's kind of a rough version, but I think we're ready to start doing a little shading here. Okay, let me just finish it, make sure I got everything that I want to get. Okay, log. Whoops, move that back. No, I got enough wrinkles. I'll stop that. Okay, layer, new layer, vector layer, and we'll call it shading again. There we go. Set that right under the pencil. And let's see. Yeah, look at all this kind of a white color, a light gray there. Just let me turn it down a bit. Let's see, I can see the light. Light's just coming from above. Not gonna try anything too fancy. And here. Yeah, before I draw any character, I have to have a rough idea of what they're thinking and what they're feeling before I just draw them. I don't Can't really draw just any pose. I definitely have to have the personality. Because that determines the expression, posture, all that stuff. All that good stuff. Okay, let's see. I guess I'll make the paws on top dark. Okay, let me just break some rules here. Just so it looks better visually, just gonna have a lighter gray here. I know badgers, their fur is usually black, very dark, but just for the purposes of it looking better and so it doesn't blend in completely with these pencils. See the outside, use that design where the inside of the paw is white completely. The outside, as the color is shaded. So around his face there. Just keep that tip of that muzzle white there. And the inside of the ear is white. Just, we're gonna get that gray. Let's see if I can keep the outside there white. So, represent that sunlight coming down. Got the feet there. Top of the toes, the gray color. The rest of it. The underside, white. Just think I'll make the bow and the law darkest. No, I might just leave the bow darkest there. Bow and the arrows. Bow and the arrows there. Leave those dark. Okay. Leave those darkest. His nose. Is that blending in with anything else? No. Okay. Lighter. Make it lighter. Lighter. Yeah, lighter. I see. Here, let's just draw this little layer there. Let's see. Yeah, let's cut it and shade that in. I kind of like this. I don't know if I want to shade it some more. I kind of like the way it looks now. Let's see. What it looks like. It doesn't look too bad. some just certain places here and there. Honestly, it kind of looked. It didn't look too bad before I started shading it. Didn't look too bad. It's just flats. Okay, I think I'll leave it at that. Yeah, yeah. I think I'll leave it at this. Some here and there. It's kind of lightly shaded here and there. It doesn't look too bad there. Yeah, it looks pretty. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Okay, it's a little bit past 7, but like I said, I don't mind going over a little bit if I'm in the middle of a drawing. Let's see. Is there anything else I would like to? No, this is a pretty good stopping point. Again, thank you for watching, listening. Um, Thanks to the whoever you are who have watched these streams up until this point. Thank you, and for the new watchers, thank you also. Um, Again, I'm hoping to do this once, at least once every month. So I hope you enjoyed my drawing, and have a nice night.